Hey guys, my name is Kenan, and welcome back to Courtside Sports Reports. So today we will start a new division in the season predictions. For the first few videos, we have been doing the NFC North. So we have finished all 4 teams there: the Bears, Packers, Vikings, and Lions. So now we are going to the NFC West, where you'll start off with the San Francisco 49ers. So as some of you guys may have noticed, last video I wasn't in here. That's because I couldn't be in here my mom was working, but I'm back in here. So yeah, let's get started. So along with many people thinking that last year was a fluke, honestly, I thought it was like a little of a fluke. I knew that the 49ers, and I still know that the 49ers are a good football team. So I did think it was like a little bit of a fluke, but not as much as what people are making it sound like. So I did think that they would get worse. Their record would go down by a few games. But when I look at their schedule, they have one of the easier schedules. They have a very easy schedule. They do have a few tough opponents like the Saints, Packers, Seahawks, could say the Bills. They do have a few tough opponents, but for the most part, they have an easy schedule, which is a big plus for them. So yeah, let's just get started, jumping into week 1. This week 1 will be against the Arizona Cardinals. They're going to be at home facing Kyler Murray. I feel like Kyler Murray won't have as great of a season as what people are expecting, because I feel like Kyler Murray and Drew Lock are going to be like the Mitchell Trubisky and Baker Mayfields of this year, because as you guys may remember, they were getting many bets for MVP, both Mayfield and Trubisky, which I don't think Kyler Murray is going to be as bad as them. Mayfield isn't that bad. I don't think Murray is going to be as bad as Trubisky, but I think he'll just be a little bit scared. I mean, might be a little bit scared because he's getting such high expectations. People are thinking he could win MVP this year. So I just think that Kyler Murray will not have a great game. So because of that, I think that the San Francisco 49ers are going to win week 1. So week 2 against the New York Jets, the same goes for Sam Darnold. Darnold hasn't very much proved himself the first few years. He's not really getting many MVP bets or much hype, but I think he could have a solid year. But I mean, it's the New York Jets against the San Francisco 49ers. I think Jimmy Garoppolo has a good game here, and I think that the Niners win this game. So week 3 against the New York Giants. They got their new coach, Joe Judge. Was the Patriots' old wide receivers coach. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, and they got the Clapper, Jason Garrett, as one of their assistants. Yeah, they do not have a good coaching staff, plain and simple. I think the Niners and Kyle Shanahan just outsmart them, which is why they play better. And I think San Francisco wins this game. So week 4 against the Philadelphia Eagles. So for the Eagles, Carson Wentz just can't stay healthy, and that should be concerning for an Eagles fan. Just plain and simple, Carson Wentz cannot stay on the field. He is constantly getting injured. plain and simple. And they don't really have that great of a wide receiver corps. I don't know. I don't see the Eagles can beat the Niners. I don't see it at all. So, because of that, I do think that the 49ers will end up winning this game at home. So week 5 is at home against the Miami Dolphins. So people are saying that Tua, I can't pronounce his last name, Tua, okay, you know what I'm talking about. People are saying that Tua is going to start week 1, which I do not think that's a very good idea at all. Let him sit behind Ryan Fitzmagic or Fitzpatrick just to learn the system a little bit, just to see a veteran who's been doing this for years. But if Miami puts Tua in week 1, I think he will be a little, shook or like not very ready until maybe halfway through the year. So I don't think Tua will play very well for the first half of the season just because he's getting used to the National Football League, how competitive, stuff like that this is. So because of that, I think San Francisco plays well defensively because they already do have one of the best defenses in the league. So because of that, I do think San Francisco comes out of here with a win. So week 6 is at home against the LA Rams. So for the Rams, Jared Goff, I think the Rams are going downhill, really just because they lost Todd Gurley, which Todd Gurley really wasn't that big of a part of their offense last year because he really couldn't stay healthy. But now he's completely 0% of the offense because he's not on the team anymore. And Jared Goff got a little bit worse ever since Gurley got injured because his best years were with Gurley because the play action play was a lot more effective. So LA is going downhill and the Niners are at home. I think they have an amazing defensive game. And because of that, I think that the Niners win this game. So week 7 against the New England Patriots. Like I think I said in one of the first videos, I'm not exactly sure. I have absolutely zero idea what the Patriots can do. They could go 0-16, they could go 16-0. I don't think anybody is going to accurately predict what's going to happen with the Pats because I don't think anybody has any idea because I don't know what they can do without Tom Brady. But I think all I do know is that San Francisco has a great football team, a great defense, and I think the defense is going to be the reason why they win this game against the Patriots. So week 8 against the Seattle Seahawks. At the Seahawks, so it's in Seattle. I really like the Seahawks for this year. I think they could have an amazing year, and I do think that people are overlooking Russell Wilson. I think he has a very good shot in winning MVP this year. I think he is very underrated for this year, and I really like Russell Wilson. And because of that, I think the Niners have a really good defensive game, although Wilson will have an even better game. Russell Wilson, probably one of the better games of the year here. And because of that, I think that the Seahawks will end up winning this game, and I think the Niners lose to the Seahawks. So week 9 against the Green Bay Packers. This is at home. Another one of those tough games. But I just think that the defense has a very good game against Aaron Rodgers just because Rodgers doesn't have any weapons other than Devontae Adams. But you have to play good defense against Devontae Adams, then I don't really see the Green Bay Packers doing anything else. Because of that, I think that the 49ers win this game. So week 10 against the New Orleans Saints. I think that the Saints are being very overlooked for really the Super Bowl, to be honest. I think Drew Brees will have one of the best seasons of his career, even this old, because football has a lot to do with the mind. And I think Drew Brees has a very good IQ with football. This will be an extremely tough game for the Niners. I think as a fan, as an NFL fan, this will be a very exciting game to watch. But I do think that the Saints can pull away. I do think that San Francisco loses this game. So week 11 is their bye week. So coming out of the bye, they're playing week 12 against the Rams. It is at LA. They just came off of a loss, which the safe part of me wants to say, easy, San Francisco wins. But the real part of me sees Aaron Donald having a monster game. I think Aaron Donald is a monster game. And upsets happen. Upsets happen when you least expect them. But I just feel like if there's any team here that can pull off an upset, it's the Rams. Just because for the Rams, they're very good at times, but they're very inconsistent. So sometimes they play terrible, sometimes they play amazing. I think they're going to play amazing here. I think Aaron Donald is going to feast. I think he will have a spectacular game. I think this is probably one of Jared Goff's best games of the year. And I do think that they pull an upset and San Francisco loses for the second game in a row. So for week 13 against the Bills, honestly, I would not be surprised if they lose 3 straight, because the Bills are another one of those very underrated teams. They are an underrated team, and I think Josh Allen will have a good season. But I do like the Bills this year. I do think that they are very underrated. They can come up from nowhere, really, and play very, very well when people least expect it. So I would not be surprised if the Bills win this game. But I just think the Niners defense has a good game here. They're at home on ESPN. I just don't really see how they could really lose this for me. Although honestly they could. But I do think that San Francisco pulls out a very, 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 very tough game with a win. So week 14 against the Redskins, I think that Dwayne Haskins, who does not have much NFL experience, will get smoked by the 49ers defense. So let's keep this game plain and simple. Niners D smokes Dwayne Haskins, and the San Francisco 49ers end up winning this game. So week 15 at the Dallas Cowboys. I think this could be another game that could be an upset. Although, Dak Prescott and the Cowboys, I think that the Cowboys have an extremely good game here. Honestly, I see them, they could possibly be winning for most of this game, and they blow it right at the end just because it's the Cowboys, and they'll just find a way to do that somehow, some way. So because of that, I do think that the Niners win this game. So week 16 against the Arizona Cardinals. So just going back to what I said in week 1 against the Cardinals, Kyler Murray, I think he will have a good season, although I do think that the San Francisco 49ers plays good defense against Murray, because again, Murray doesn't have very much NFL experience. So because of that, I think the Niners win this game. So week 17 against the Seahawks. So they lost their first game against the Seahawks, and I personally think this game could go either way. Either team, I think, has an equal chance to win this. but I just feel like San Francisco is more motivated just because I don't think they want to lose 2 games to a divisional rival. Because of that, I do think San Francisco comes out of here with a win. Going through all of that, I think their final record is 13-3. So again, this may seem like a bit of a better record than you guys may think, but once again, I did also think the last year was a little bit of a fluke, but they do have an easy record, an easy schedule, actually, I meant to say. They have an easy schedule, and because of that, I think they can have a good record because, again, they don't have too many tough opponents. So I hope you guys agree. If you don't, let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. Tell me how you think the San Francisco 49ers are going to do this year. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like. If you enjoyed this series or our channel, go subscribe. It means a lot. Follow us on Instagram to get notified when videos like these are out. And sometimes we have polls which we can go over in a video. So go follow our Instagram. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Our next team that we do will be the Seattle Seahawks. So get ready for that. So yeah, see you guys in the next one.